Christopher Walken. I've been married for over 50 years. I live in a house. I'm a very normal person. Everyone thinks they can do the Christopher Walken voice. That New York lilt. That round, honeyed purr like a cat with plans. Try it yourself. Go on. Speak from the back of your throat. Elongate those vowels. What you shouldn't do, though, is try it in front of him. People come up to me in the street, and they impersonate me to my face. Walken says, they speak the way I speak. The actor, 81 in Spry, looks knowingly down the lens of a zoom camera, and I'm never sure what they're doing at first. I think, why is he talking that way? But then I realize he lets out an ambivalent whine. This sounds a little cruel, I tell him, while fully aware that I was speaking pure Walkenese to a colleague mere minutes before our interview. Oh, it happens all the time, he sighs. Put aside the invasiveness, though, and I suppose it's a compliment. Abstruse, eerie, often impossible to pin down. Walken has existed outside of regular superstardom for decades now. Today he's what myth? A voice to be emulated. An image in a rap lyric. A dancer in a Fat Boy Slim video. On screen, he can be cool, psychotic, slippery, wise. An offbeat talker, a light mover. He's played an emperor in Dune, an Anne in Ant, and murderers in many things. He was the king of New York. Few actors can say they feature in some of the greatest films of all time: Pulp Fiction, Annie Hall, The Deer Hunter, and some of the worst: Geely, Kangaroo Jack, that one where Kevin Spacey turned into a cat. But then few are Christopher Walken, except for on TV, where, up until very recently, there were two. One side of themselves exists in the world as we know it, with families, loved ones, and hobbies. The other exists only within the walls of the workplace. Ne'er the twain shall meet or even remember anything from the other's space. But for ostensibly platonic colleagues Bird and Irving, played with such sweet, mature longing by Walken and John Turturro, both of whom received Emmy nominations for their work in 2022, something ambiguous hangs between them. Either a romantic attraction that already exists on the outside, or something they want to make real on the inside. John and I, we're not unlike a married couple in real life. Walken laughs. The pair have known each other for close to 4 decades, first meeting at a party for the Yale Drama School sometime in the early 80s. Turturro had just graduated. Walken was passing through. They worked on films together, too, usually scrappy little comedies, such as 1995's Search and Destroy, or The Jesus Rolls, Turturro's strange quasi-sequel to The Big Lebowski from 2019. But even though severance often keeps them apart, Burt retired at the end of season 1, meaning his 2 lives have been reduced to 1. It's the most they've worked together so far. We've had our ups and downs together, Walken continues. And when you can finish off each other's sentences or laugh at each other's jokes, it counts for a lot when you're playing parts like these. He smiles. You can tell when people